One of the most rewarding, time-consuming, and complex activities is to be in a marching band. It technically isn't a sport, but it has a season. It technically isn't a sport, but people spend hours of practice trying to perfect what they can do on a field. In fact, marching band is one of the most unique activities in the world. It's a mixture of physical and artistic capabilities that have never been seen nor done before. Marching band is basically an explosive collaboration that without teamwork can never be successful. It is an activity that requires close-knit relationships in order for the goal to be reached. In its simplest forms, every hour of rehearsal, stretch block, and warm-up session lead up to the most important 8 minutes of the season. It takes a lot, and the general public still don't recognize it. As a rising freshman, I didn't even recognize it. In fact, I thought marching band was impossible. I vividly remembered sitting in the stands during 8th grade night and watching the marching band show in sheer disbelief. They were playing their instruments and moving at the same time, and the thought of me doing so felt impossible. I thought, well, maybe they have lyres. Nope, no lyres in sight. I thought, maybe the director is secretly speaking to them in those weird-looking hats. Nope, not that either. The idea of marching band was so foreign and so intimidating, I was on the fence about joining. In fact, I didn't even want to join. I was convinced that this activity was so frightening and stressful, I didn't even want to associate myself with it. But I ended up walking into rookie camp in summer 2012, and the rest is history. I fell in love with it. I was passionately motivated to do my best and to strive towards perfection. I initially wanted to play sports throughout high school, but looking back, I realized that marching band is a team like no other. It's artistic yet demanding. It's stressful yet relieving, and I knew that such an activity with that kind of contrast was exactly where I belonged. Although my little testimony was cute, everything in marching band isn't smooth sailing. First things first, it was painful. It was hot. My feet ached, my legs burned, and my shoulders stung. But the plus side to this was how I physically became a better person. However, some difficulties don't necessarily pay off. There were rifts, tears, and miscommunications that had taken days, even weeks to fix. After I identified these, my first thought was, how can I help? I refused to wait until leadership interviews were done, and I didn't wait until the following marching band season to attempt to fix the minor issues and set goals. And as more students joined me, I discovered that this is what makes a true marching band. As I mentioned before, marching band is collaborative and requires close-knit relationships in order to be successful. It doesn't really matter who's section leader or who was in charge of what. Marching band remains as a team effort. Marching band is way too rewarding and unique to wait for someone else to take care of something or to only give half of what you can offer. Marching band is a lot more than plainly naming issues. It's about fixing and learning from them, and nobody can experience that anywhere else. So I leave with this. I encourage everyone, yes, everyone, to be a leader. This activity can truly change lives, and none of that can happen if you don't reach your full potential. None of that can happen if you're scared, and none of that can happen if you give up. Because after all those lengthy rehearsals, hot summer days, and short water breaks, we are still a family, and we still have the ability to create something everlasting and impactful. To me, we're more than an 8-minute show. We're a family that works together to create something beautiful, and you truly cannot get that anywhere else. If there's anything you should remember this. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. And working together is success.